Hello, viewers. Hello, online friends. My name is Ben Fisher, and I am a German and Spanish teacher at the high school level in the Seattle area.
Hello, everyone. My name is Adriana Ramírez. I am originally from Colombia, but I live in Vancouver, Canada, and I'm also a Spanish teacher, and I teach beginners to advanced students.
And we are here on behalf of the Language Learner Literature Advisory Board. For short, we'll call it LLAB. And what LLAB is LLAB is a group composed of people from different cultural backgrounds, even from different nationalities, that come together because we love reading. We have educators, we have non-educators in our group because we think it's important to know the books that are available to language learners and what is inside them.
So what do we do?
Yes.
We have a list of books that we didn't make the list. There is a list available to everyone of books that are usually used in language classes in French, Spanish, and German. Those are the languages that we are reviewing so far. So we get those books and start reviewing them. We read them, we review them, we discuss the review, we analyze things. So we actually go in depth with each review, and each review is approved by all of the members. So what the purpose of this is getting these books and really have an in-depth reading of the book to try to see if the book perpetuates stereotypes or is not sensitive with certain topics. And we found some things that are problematic, and we found so many other good things. So we want to say everything about the book, and we try to be as objective as we can, because we see these books as doors and windows that we are giving to our students, and they're getting to know a lot of cultures, my culture and other cultures, through these books. So we think we have a bigger responsibility than any other book in the market, because the students are approaching this culture for the first time through these books. So we want to make sure we are putting in our shelves responsible literature. Do you want to compliment with something, Ben?
You hit it right in the head. I would say the thing too, it's when you hear the word review, we often think of something evaluative, like we're going to give 4 stars, like, oh, this is a 5-star representation book, or like this book does that. Like Adriana said, I think we're trying to be more objective in the sense that we're trying to be more descriptive of what is in the book versus giving some sort of, I don't know, a ranking, like a starred review or anything like that. We're just trying to describe what is happening with the different identities that are in the book. And why do we do this, Adriana? Why would providing descriptive reviews that don't do stars, language learner books that are very simple language, why is this important to us?
So I guess each one of us got to the board for a different reason. But when we see all the reasons, they all follow a pattern and they all follow a need. I got there because as a Colombian, living abroad as an immigrant and teaching Spanish, which is my mother tongue, when I started using some of these books 10 years ago or more years ago, I couldn't put it into words at that time, but I felt really uncomfortable. And a lot of those stories reminded me of who I was supposed to be. Right? They perpetuated a lot of stereotypes from the Spanish-speaking countries, and instead of me feeling proud of who I was and that I was teaching Spanish and that I was a native Spanish speaker, I felt less, and it was hard. It was hard to process, and at that time I didn't have any words to put into these feelings, but it took me some time to process that. And then I started seeing so many stereotypes, and I started seeing so many wrong things in the stories, and I realized who is telling this story? Who is writing the book? Why are they choosing this story and not this other story? So then I realized that the person who tells the story is also very important, because they are the ones that are perpetuating or not these cultures, these people, these characters from these stories. So we do it because we want to share with our audience, who are the people that read our reviews, these things that we can, or like we see already, and it took us some time to be able to get there, but we all got to that point, and then we met and we were like, oh, you're saying that too.
For me, I think my way, like you said, your way was reading these as an immigrant, as a Colombian outside of Colombia. My way was trying to recognize my own identity as a gay man in books, and finding that throughout my life that has been difficult. That has not been something that I've seen. And that was the beginning of me developing a lens of recognizing who is in books and who is not in books, and why are these people not in books, and why, if certain identities are represented in books, do they often look a certain way? Are they supposed, like Adriana said, are they supposed to look a certain way? And that was the beginning of developing my own lens of starting to see that the great diversity of people that there are in the world, and the many ways that identities can be represented, and hoping for positive representation in the books that we have on our shelves, so that way kids can see themselves. But if they're seeing something that's different from themselves, they're not seeing something that looks at other people as if they're wrong, or it looks at other people and other identities as if it is weird or something to be averse to. And so that is why it's really important to me and the board, I think, to speak on behalf of the board, that we put books in our students' hands that open their eyes, gives them those access to other cultures in ways that are positively representative, and not stereotypical.
And in a respectful way. Like we want to try to embrace, to be respectful with these cultures.
Totally. And this is a process. It's important to note that again, speaking on behalf of the board, I don't know that any of us would say that we have any of the aspects of this down perfectly. I don't think any of us are going to say that we're going to catch every instance of something problematic. I don't think we're going to catch every difficult spot, negative representation, because we all come at this with our own lenses. But we are committed to learning with you as educators or as readers. We are committed to unlearning things that have been harmful and that continue to harm people in our societies. And we look forward to engaging this as a way of dialoguing with the people that read these books, the people, maybe even the people that write these books, the people that consume these books in the classroom. Is there anything else we want to? We got it, Adriana.
I think we covered everything now. We invite you, everyone, invite you beautiful people to follow us. Where should they follow us, Ben?
We have the Language Learner Literature Advisory Board, LLAB, is represented. We have our own website, wearelab3ls.org. And that is where we publish our reviews. We try to do at least one per language per month. Sometimes we get more than that. We are represented on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter. And we are so happy to engage in conversations with you through those means, through our email, which is on our website, so that we, again, can continue to learn and grow together, and put books into our students' hands such that they can acquire language, but also knowing that these books transmit so much more than language. So Adriana and I well, I'll speak for myself. I'm very thankful that you are taking the time to watch this video, and that you are interested in knowing more about the books that are on your shelves.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for your time. And we invite you to visit our website, read our reviews, email us if you have questions or recommendations, and follow us as well.
Yay. So thank you, and happy teaching.
Ciao.